Got it. Hello, social media world. Aaron Mack here, and wait. I messed it up from the very beginning, but you got to keep going forward. Hello, social media world. First hashtag Verse TV family. Our week is week 138, and I'm Aaron Mack, and it's just me doing the show today. I just wanted to get a little personal with you all, share a little personal moment, and first of all, apologize for the fact that we did totally miss last week. Yes, we did. And that falls on me and COVID. I actually was in the hospital, but I'm home and I'm healing. Hallelujah. All of that. And I wouldn't wish COVID on my enemies, for crying out loud. It was not a fun scenario. But I'm here and I'm with you all today, and we will go through all of the topics. And it's just going to be my answers for you all. And I have some delectable answers for you all. Can't wait. You know, I'm being very honest. And that's what it's all about, being honest, right? Okay. So let's dig right into the Homo's tea. And the first topic, it's crazy how I always seemingly have to have a few minutes of, well, let's get the topic up. You know, here's the first topic of the show. And the first topic, it is entitled Wonderful Until Not. And it's coming from the Sun, the-sun.com. And the title of this article is, I had a great date until a man sat down beside us and she went deathly pale. Okay, so a man spoke of a dating experience when the woman's husband came out of nowhere with their toddler and sat down next to them. And the woman was mortified on this date with this other guy. She was mortified to see her husband. Now, possibly this makes for a laughable story. It's cute, right? It's cute. Possibly this makes for a laughable story. But Aaron Mack, me, wonders if the woman just wanted or needed some time away from the demands of married parenthood, and the husband blocked her effort. Like, no, you can't run away. And the question that I asked was, is there any condition in which her lie to this other man, her lie to just in general, her lie, is there any condition in which her lie was fair? Or was it simply 100% wrong? Why and why not? Now, this question actually is a two-parter. And the second part of the question we will go into in just a moment. But as far as that's concerned with her, I think under most circumstances, she was wrong for doing that. But I do say most, because if it's a chance that she was running away from an abusive husband, and she was running away from him, and she just wanted an evening to be an autonomous human being without the controlling husband. And she was like, I just want some time to just experience what it's like to be free. I'm free, And the husband showed up like, no, I own you. You can't do that. Then a situation like that, if that's why she tried to lie because she wanted to get away for an evening from an abusive spouse, because abusive situations are very real. And I don't know much. I don't know anything about the story beyond what the guy on the date explained. But if there is more to it, and she just needed that time, I don't blame her, because just because it's just me, I'm actually going to go into all of this. If it wasn't just me, I would have shut up, but I'm going to go into one more thing. The institution of marriage originally came about as a way for a man to show ownership of his woman. And that's why the woman takes the man's last name while the man's last name just stays intact. And what I wanted to share was part of the reason that I love my church so much. We had the Capitol Presbytery put out a general service for all of the Presbyterian churches in the Capitol Presbytery, because for Christmas and everything, and things are different schedules, whatever. But the guy who gave the sermon, who's like at the head, I found him very attractive. And that's one of the things I love about the Presbyterian Church, Presbyterian USA, that they are not anti-homosexual. And I kind of thought, incorrectly assumed, that he was actually homosexual because he hyphenates his name. And I know he's married, or what, he's married, but he hyphenates his name. And he's married to a woman who hyphenates her name as well. And I think that's really cool that both partners actually hyphenate their name. It's not like one person's like, you have my name now because you're mine. Now, oh man, y'all are gonna hate me. I'm sorry. I'm keeping track of the time. But if people's hearts are in the right place and it's not viewed as I own you, you have my last name because I own you. If it's not that way, and people respond differently to it, and in individual marriages, it's not for that reason, you don't have to both take each other's same last name. You don't have to do that. It's cute that they did it, though. It's cute that they did. But back to the topic, as far as the guy, yeah, jealousy is cute until it's not, and I could just imagine how she felt if my story that I just completely made up about the situation, if my story is actually really what was going on, I totally understand her being mortified to see him because she was probably like, I wanted a night out just to experience not being controlled by my controlling, abusive husband. And not only that, but he even found me here. And if there were other people on the show with me, I would ask, is it wrong? Although that is the question, is it wrong? I don't think it's wrong if it was under such circumstances. If she was just like, I'm cheating on my husband because I don't care about the institution of marriage, F him and my child, because the article also mentions that they have a child. And if she stepped out just because she was like, I don't care about anything. I'm gonna meet this man. We're gonna do what we do, have sex, maybe, and that's it. Then that's wrong. If that was her thing, that's wrong. But anyway, I'm repeating myself a million times. So let me get down to the second question. I have my tea in my little cup, y'all. I love it. It's ginger crystal tea. The best. The best. Okay. Anyway, so the second part of that question, also in the comments, speaking of the article, the comments referencing what this guy talked about, what he went through, one of the people also mentioned that they had a bad date. In the bad date comments, someone mentioned the date that had the audacity to use a coupon to pay for dinner on their date. And my question was, how do you feel about coupon use on a date? Now, honestly, y'all, I have been doing YouTube personally for years. And on my personal YouTube channel, I actually discussed this a few years ago, actually, with an ex of mine who was my boyfriend at the time. And I think I don't have a problem if somebody used a coupon on a date. Not only do I not have a problem, I think it's cool. And interestingly enough, my boyfriend at the time, my ex turned friend, said that he's like, I don't have a problem with somebody uses a coupon for me, but I think it is in poor taste to use a coupon on a date. I don't have a problem with it, but I think it's in poor taste. And not only do I not think it's in poor taste, I don't have a problem with it. Because it's like you're saying, I need you to spend your money exclusively on the date. Like if you've come into a discount for something, that's not acceptable. I need you to pay full price. I need you to pay retail. That doesn't make sense to me. Sorry. And that's my answer to that question. I wouldn't have a problem if okay, first of all, and I'm going into this, as homosexual man, whenever I go on a date with somebody, the expectation, I always make it a point to say, we are doing this as a Dutch treat. I'm paying for my meal, you're paying for your meal. And I understand in the hetero world, it's a little different. It can be in that the man is expected to pay for the woman. And I've even had open-minded hetero friends of mine say it's not really a date if one person doesn't pay for both meals. I just don't agree with that. I feel that both parties could and should pay for their own meals, and that's not a problem. And back to the coupon thing, if somebody says, hey, I want to treat you and I have this coupon, Yahtzee, because I wasn't expecting you to pay in the first place. Anyway, it's y'all heteros have it complicated. I like the fact that as a homosexual man, I am able to say we are paying for our own meals. And as heterosexuals, you have the same option. Unfortunately, society has a lot more rules for what y'all can and can't do. And for me, I don't have to worry about those rules because I do what I do. Although honestly, everybody should do what they do. Heterosexual, homosexual, whatever. Do what's right for you. And actually now we're about to go into the Tonight Let's Talk Ace Metaphor cards, in which we'll discuss some of that. But not on the live, it will be in uploads for the week. Talk to y'all later. Be sure to tune in, #versetv.com, and get the Ace Metaphor cards talk on Not Live. Talk to y'all later, social media world. I'm so mixed up because I'm used to how I sign off when I'm by myself, signing off on my personal YouTube page, and that's how I sign off. But technically, we're just segueing into the next part. So I will turn off the live and see you all in the next part of the ether. And